Finesse got
Get off the couch, get off the couch. Get off the couch, get off the couch. Get off the couch, get off the couch. Get off the couch, get off the couch, get off the couch.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up?
Is it safe to say that we're going to be casted in
You Got Served
You Got
2?
Served 3?
3?
Has 2 come out yet?
Listen, no, it has not come out yet.
Omarion,
Yeah,
Marcus
holla at
Houston,
us. Holla at us.
TUG.
Yeah.
We want to be we want to be in the next You Got Served. Steve Harvey, is Steve Harvey going to be
Steve
in
Harvey
it?
will be in it. You know what? There's
Yeah.
no You Got
Yeah.
Served without Steve Harvey. Was that a Steve Harvey?
Godfrey be doing the What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jmarv.
It's your boy Sir Moore.
And we are your co-hosts of the Get Off the Couch podcast, where we celebrate and make space for the creators, the entrepreneurs, the trendsetters, and the go-getters. You know what I was thinking about, Sir Moore? There's a lot going on in our world right now.
a lot of
man.
heaviness.
These are heavy times.
We're at war, literally.
Literally at war.
And figuratively and spiritually.
With ourselves.
Yeah.
We had a terror. What do they say? Jesus walks at the beginning. We're at war with ourselves. Anyway, great.
Yeah.
A lot of heaviness going on right now, man. You know what the cure for this energy and these emotions are?
What do you
Laughter, man.
Laughter. Oh,
Yeah.
a good laugh will take a lot of things away, make you forget
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah. I just Steve Harvey. We need Lamel. Can you get that as a soundbite that you could just
with the mustache? With the mustache.
with the mustache?
Oh, my
we need that
goodness.
soundbite, Lamel, so you could
that
just
was
press
fucking
that and get the laugh.
Steve is not gonna like that.
Steve's definitely not gonna like it. He's a hater of people who make fun of him. Comedians are now more important than ever.
They have always been necessary.
Always.
But especially
These times we need them
right now.
And if we just had a comedian on our
Where
Get
can
Off
we
the
find
Couch,
one?
if we just had somebody.
Wow.
Voila.
She just appeared.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and
without
gentlemen.
further ado, on our Get Off the Couch, give it up for Monique Latise,
Latise.
the beautiful one.
Hey.
She just appeared like on Bewitched, like when they do the. She just appeared. She just got it.
You're right.
Literally. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. I am good.
You
How
look
are you?
Fantabulous.
Thank
The
you.
aura is great.
Beautiful.
What's happening right
Yeah,
now? What's is there something because everybody I know is just like, oh, it's so much going on. You might be hiding it well, but your aura right now just is
It's
saying
beautiful. It's
great
glowing.
energy. Yeah.
This year is serving me. This year is serving me.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love
I'm feeling
that.
Good this
Expound.
Yeah.
year.
Tell us more.
So last year was a rough year for me.
Okay.
It was a rough year in comedy. It seemed like everything that I put my hands on was just like not panning out.
Right.
A lot of disappointment. Like I've been doing comedy for 15 years.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Veteran.
And just like whenever you're doing something and you're serving the community, like I'm serving jokes, right?
Right.
It can be exhausting, and we don't talk about that side.
Yeah.
We just talk about the glitz and glamour of it. The
laughs.
posts you see, the flyers. But the downside to it is that if you're not careful, you will find yourself depressed. That's what happened to Robert Williams. That's what happened to a lot of comedians and entertainers and service providers, DJs, and it's a lot of people that are really depressed. But we got to show face when we come out.
Right.
So last year, I took an inventory of how I was really feeling. I wanted to be honest.
Important.
Right.
That's
Because I was posting a lot of flyers, I was doing a lot of shows, but I was drowning.
Silently.
I was drowning bad. And, and I had to ask myself, like, are you depressed? And the reality of it was, yeah, I was.
Wow.
And because, signs of depression is you stop cleaning, you stop paying your bills.
Taking care of yourself.
You stop taking care of you. But when it's time to step out, you look good.
Yeah.
But at home, you fix it so that no one can come in.
Yeah.
So that's where I was last year. And I didn't like it. I was like, this can't be it.
Yeah. So
I kind of surrendered myself. I promised myself that I ain't want no parts of chasing my dream.
Wow.
That's exhausting, chasing your dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the more you
Yeah.
run, the more it runs.
That's heavy.
Right.
No, that's heavy. That's a heavy.
That's
a
real.
Heavy statement.
Yeah,
when
that's
you
a-
look
yeah,
at it.
Yeah,
real
I was like,
sentiment.
I can't do this no more. So I just went, on a little, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but
Hiatus, sabbatical.
not sabbatical maybe, but just, I just was like, God, you have to carry me the rest of the way. I'm getting older, and I got the grandkids, my kids, like I'm exhausted. You got to carry me the rest of the way. And I went back to work. I left my job of 27 years to do comedy full time.
Okay.
And, the first year was popping because I took out my pension. I was traveling. I was popping.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in Jamaica. I'm in Cancun. I'm here. I'm outside. Listen, that second year, I was like, okay. Well, what we doing? What we doing now?
Right.
By that third year, I was like, girl, you too old for this.
Wow.
You too old to be homeless. You too old to be sitting in the shelter talking about you chasing your dream. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
So last year was just all just really facing the reality of where I was in comedy.
Wow.
And I did a tour called the Now or Never Tour. And so in one pocket of my life, I was like, all right, you are depressed and you're drowning. And then the other part was like, nah, we're going to keep fighting.
Right.
So the part that said I was going to keep fighting, I put this tour together called the Now or Never Tour.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't have any major connections. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm going to pick 5 different places that I've performed at. I'm going to sell them out, and I'm going to headline all the shows. And because, not that I feel like people weren't giving me a break, but I felt like I needed to be the plug I needed.
You kind of had to be your own advocate for
I
yourself.
needed to be the
and-
plug I needed.
Yeah.
Giving yourself
Yeah.
permission to break through.
Right.
What are you waiting for?
Like I've been showing up. I've been, grinding. Now, what are we doing with all of that?
Right.
So I put this tour together, and it was very successful.
Yes, so.
And so last year was the Now or Never tour. So this year, I kind of was like, all right, God, this is all on you.
What's
Yeah.
next? Yeah.
And let me tell you something. He's been showing up and showing out this year.
Give it up to God.
He's been showing
Give it
up,
up to God.
showing out for real. Like I finally feel, because even like last year, let me just express how bad it was. Like I would see people, because I go to the supermarket like every other day.
Okay.
Like if you're ever looking for me, come to ShopRite.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you which one because I
Is
don't
that like a therapy?
I
or
don't
is
know.
It just,
I just like going to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Some people shop and they just do like one big shop. I shop like per day. Like, I'm having steak tonight. Let me go get the steak. I'm having meatloaf tonight. Let me go get that. That's how I shop. Since the kids were little.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know
Nothing wrong with
why.
that.
Like
That
my
makes
mother
sense.
teased, why don't you just do one shopping?
No.
First of all, I'm not carrying all those bags upstairs.
There you go.
So I'm gonna pick one thing up at a time. And that's gonna be it.
Right.
But it's like a lot of people see me in the neighborhood ShopRite, and they all, So last year I was getting so many congratulations, and I was actually getting mad at people. Like, why are y'all congratulating me? I'm drowning.
Wow.
These shows are not covering my expenses. The $100 per show is not working for me.
Right.
I'm going to be homeless. And I was like so frustrated. Every time somebody would say, oh my God, I saw you on Facebook, I would be like, shut up. But then I felt like that wasn't fair to them because they were genuinely
No, but they don't know they only can
Right.
see what's presented
They're
to
happy
them.
for what
Right.
They don't know the
social
true
media
internal
can be
struggle.
deceiving.
Absolutely.
It's
I'm on
only
every
deceiving.
flyer, but
Yeah.
can't make enough to pay my rent. Something's not adding up.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
So I was like, God, I don't want to treat people like that. Because one lady, I was like, well, why are you? I was like, could you tell me why you're congratulating me? Because I was confused.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're doing so great. I saw you on Facebook. I was like, no.
Wow.
But I was like, I can't stop posting because
Sure.
that's my outlet to promote
Right.
my
Yeah,
business.
yeah. It's
So
how
I'm
you
like,
promo.
God, something ain't adding up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I said, Lord, fix my heart. fixed my heart.
That's always where it
when
starts.
people say congratulations to me, I want to say thank you, even though I don't know what you're congratulating me for. I want to say thank you, and I want to believe it and feel it in my heart. I don't want to feel like thank me for what? Why are you saying this?
Right.
So I said, you know what? I said, the next person that says congratulations to me, I'm going to be like, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just started saying it until so now people be like, congratulations. And then this year, the congratulations are due. Holla at your girl.
Come on now. We gonna get into that. Come on now.
And I don't even know. Here's the thing. I don't even know for what yet.
That's all right though. But you already know it's coming on that.
I just
Come
feel
on
it.
now.
Like I just feel it.
Come on.
I will say, you know what it is? A part of it, and we don't know what event is going to occur, right? It's because you're here, right? Your presence, your ambition to still keep going is what people can be congratulating you on, right? For you to be able to still be doing this.
That's true.
After 15 plus
That's
years,
true.
right?
That's true.
And when we think about the art of just like any creative, right? Because as comedians, you are a creator. You're managing. You're doing all the tour dates and stuff like
Marketing,
that.
managing.
Marketing, putting the flyers together,
Yeah.
all that,
All
right?
of it.
On top of that, you're going through life at the same time. And like you said, people don't talk about the other side of being not just a comedian, but someone of service, right? And when we talk about that, I think that's what people see on social media, that you're keeping it going, right? So whatever it is people are congratulating you on, it's an inspiration for them.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say that to you before we got on air, and I was like, yo, everything you're doing it's inspiring me too, because sometimes I could be feeling like, am I doing enough? You get like FOMO or like, hey, I wouldn't be better off working in like a blue collar job and just they seem happier, right? Riding a bus or stuff like that, right? But then it's like, no, like at the end of the night when we go to sleep, what is the most thing that we look forward to? Making people laugh,
I'm telling you.
Putting a smile on people's faces,
For real.
seeing them being nourished by laughter and comedic relief and things of that nature. So it's like when we go to sleep, what is the most thing that we feel eager to do? That's what we
That's
should
the
do,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
So, Mo, like what you're doing, and that's what I feel like people are saying when they say congratulations.
Yeah.
When you're like, why are you? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
No
Heart
problem.
posture. I give you kudos for that, because isn't that usually the start of what changes our trajectory?
Yeah, your heart.
It's
Fix your
really how you're looking at the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew the struggles that you were going through,
Right.
you couldn't reflect that to the people, because that's like, I don't want you to see that I'm struggling. You know, I need
Right.
y'all to be happy for me. I'm happy to, but you know inside, and it was like just you making that decision to say, Lord, I don't want to give that energy when
Right.
they're, you know, it's that
'Cause it
it's
wasn't
that little
fair.
adjustment and heart posture that's beautiful. But you said something really important, and you talked about how you have to be your marketer, your promoter. And that's something that I don't know that we talk enough about for creatives and entrepreneurs in the entertainment industry. Whether it's music, comedy, acting, it feels like the goalposts continue to keep changing. At one point it was, if you just do this, if you just win at the Apollo, if you just get on Comic View, if you just get signed to a record label, you know, now social media is king. You have to be your marketer. You have to be your promoter. You have to be,
Consistency is key.
you have to literally do content every day. So now that it's changing, and like you said, you're getting tired of doing all this. You're tired of chasing it, because like you said, it keeps running.
Yeah.
Wow.
The more you chase it, the more it runs.
What has that been like for you, going through those transitions of watching the industry where it's different? Because you probably were right on the cusp of when it really started. You're probably like, this is my sights, and if I can just get to that, and then all of a sudden social media starts turning into something
15
else.
years. That's like what, Comic View? And
So I came in after Def Jam, Comic View, the All Star Shack comedy,
Yeah.
Bill Bellamy's Got Jokes, and Who's Got Jokes. I came in just past that. So all of the comedians that I normally perform with, they all did Def Jam, Bill Bellamy, Shack. So, and then I came in, I'm a little older than the crew that's into like the social media stuff, like the Just
Like
Hilarious
the
and stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like I'm stuck in between. And it's a very, very difficult place to be in because it's like, where do my opportunity come from? So really it comes from, you know, maybe linking up with someone who has the notoriety and they can put me on their tour, or if I get lucky and happen to blow up on some, you know, on the internet.
Right.
And so for some reason I feel like God just wants me to build my comedy career brick by brick from the ground up. And it's
For the story.
I think so. I think so. Because like when I look over my journey, like I started in 2010, I was working 2 jobs. I was a single mom, divorced. My son was having a lot of trouble in school. 3 years into, and now I came in, I didn't know any, I knew 2 people from Paterson, but they pretty much was like, you know, hey, go out there, go to open mics and do your thing, right? So, and now I understand why they sent me that way. I guess at the time I was hoping that they would grab my hand and kind of bring me along the way. And now I get it. Because when people come to me and they say, hey, I want to do comedy, I'm like, you better go to an open mic.
Right. Yeah.
I get it
Better
now.
get them chops together.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, why didn't they take me, you know, to Vegas with them or whatever? So, you know, sometimes you just got to hold your horses and then you find out why things happen. But, you know, 3 years into comedy, my son goes to prison. Now I got a broken heart. So now I'm making people laugh because at this point I was getting like booked. Like from day one that I started comedy, I was like just getting booked. Now, whether I was good, bad, or indifferent, people were booking me.
Right.
And I was doing a lot of private gigs, so birthday parties, baby showers. The comedy world really, you know, wasn't really booking me too much at the time in the beginning. And I didn't understand that. I'm like, why? You know, why my peers are not booking me?
Right.
But there's even an answer for that. You know, God wanted me to be able to build a solid set before he introduced me to comedy.
Yeah.
And the solid set comes from birthday parties, weddings, because they hire you to do an hour.
Yeah.
And when you're doing shows with other comedians, you're doing 15 minutes, 10 minutes. So God wanted me to make my coach solid. But I didn't understand it at the time. I'm like, why? I want to go on their show. I don't want to do this baby shower. Because let me tell you something. Doing baby showers and those private gigs, that's not for the weak. Yeah, they be sitting there. First of all, they don't even know it's comedy.
You're a host. You're hosting.
But then they're sitting there looking at you like, what you gonna do? What you doing?
Make us laugh.
So you really gotta like figure it out.
Yeah.
And I hated that I had to go that route.
Yeah.
I was hoping that somebody would just like bring me on with them and I just do the little shows, do my little 10 minutes and go home.
Yeah.
But
Come in, set up for you already.
Right.
Crowd is lathered. You just come in.
These people, you want to sit me in front of people that have no idea that there's a comedian and who I am, and that was rough.
Yeah.
So I had to go through that. So I'm going through that with a broken heart because now I'm a prison mom, right? So I'm like, God, why are you sending me down this road?
Yeah.
And it's like and then and my job was like, I don't know what you doing at night, but it's just too much talking going on. Because at this point, people started to know I'm doing comedy.
Right.
So people coming over to my cubicle, they want me to make them laugh, and now they just, blah, blah, blah. And my job, like, I don't know what you selling, but we don't do that here.
Right.
So I started to feel like an outcast at work. So I said, you know what? Let me open up my own comedy club. February 1st, 2020.
That you did.
600 people at the grand opening, right? Thank you. I took all the money that I made. Now, this is the positive side. I took all the money because when you do private gigs, you can charge whatever you want to charge.
That's right.
When you're doing shows with other comics, you get in there $50 or $100, whatever they pay. I was able to save up all my money from my private gigs and walk into a realtor and open up my own spot. That was the plus side.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's amazing.
But then 6 weeks later, the pandemic comes. So all this effort that I put into a brand new business, marketing, material, building my own stage, lighting, cameras, DJ, all this stuff. Now the world's on hold. Everybody getting the PPP money, but I couldn't because I had a new business.
Right.
So I'm like, bruh. My son's coming home from jail. Then they let all the inmates out. Y'all remember they let all the inmates out?
Literally.
They ain't even warn nobody. They just let them all out. I said, bruh, I'm not ready.
We were all a little
If
on
you've
edge
ever had
about
anyone
that.
incarcerated, they're now released.
I'm like, cause y'all could have called me and told me he was coming home or
They're now
something.
been
Y'all just
released.
let them all out.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I love myself, but man, can I get a call? Like, let me know that. So anyway, they let him all out. So I'm thinking, he can help me with the business, but that wasn't his dream.
Sure.
So that's another heartbreak when you thinking, somebody's dream should be your dream. You thinking you're doing it for this is a family business.
Yeah.
But everybody in the family don't want that business. They want another business.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man. All right. So I stayed open a year, then I had to close the business down. And that was hard because now, comedy could be a very selfish industry. Everybody always want to know, you got a show for me? Oh, you calling me? You got money for me? You got a movie for me? You got me want me to do this? It could be very, like most comedians, they really just are looking for that opportunity and it becomes obsessive.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and I didn't want to be that person. I don't know if it's my sign. I'm a Leo, but I like to sit back and just have things. I didn't want to be right. I didn't want to be out here just every time, somebody calls, oh, this is opportunity, is money. Maybe they just called to say hello, and through conversation, we're going to get to the bag.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to go through, comedians asking me, why you close the club? You going to open it up again? And I know why they wanted it open, so they could have somewhere to perform.
Sure. Everybody wants a platform.
Right. And I was like, nah, it was just too, I stayed open for a year. People were dying during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I had to, at my comedy club, I was having comedy repasses,
Wow.
birthday parties.
Is that a real thing?
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Wait,
let me
hold
tell you
on, hold on.
something.
Wait, you gotta break that down. A comedy repass.
Let me tell you something. I made my most money personally during the pandemic.
Wow.
I was getting to that bag.
Yeah.
You got to be creative.
Yeah.
Repass.
I was doing videos. Remember the Day Day videos? I was doing this character called Day Day. And Day Day was a character that really talked about the kids being pulled from school during the pandemic.
Yes.
And Day Day was doing birthday messages. It was crazy. I was getting to that bag.
Yeah.
And then, so once the world opened up a little bit, people were able to come into the club because it was in a mall.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So since the malls were open, the club was open.
Yes.
So people had nowhere to do the repasses.
Wow.
People had nowhere, and then they wanted the comedy.
Yeah.
So,
That's brilliant.
my plan was to be able to book other comedians, but everybody wanted to book me. And I was like, so I'm doing birthday parties, kid birthday parties, repasses, and it was good because it was making me stronger. It was making me stronger, right? And then I'm like, all right, so now I built my comedy up where I can do, half an hour, an hour. So now what are we doing with it? I still don't have the connections. I still don't have the plug. What am I doing with this?
Yeah.
So I'm just, and frustrated. I'm still just kind of moving because I'm like, all right, I'm doing this. I'm grinding, pushing myself to the max, but I didn't see any end goal. And that's when I said, you know what, let me do, and I did Showtime at the Apollo.
I was just going to ask you, at what point did that land in that part of the
that was in
journey?
2018. That was before my comedy club. Because I'm the type of person, I'm going to try everything. Anything that's related to comedy, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
There's going to be no limit. Because I feel like if you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, you got to be willing to take risk.
Yeah.
Love is risk.
Yeah.
Love is,
Or nothing
love
is beneath you. Like nothing is beneath you.
No, you got to be willing to say, I may get hurt. I may look like a fool.
Yeah.
Y'all may think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But it's something inside of me
journey.
that believes in what we're doing.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I don't know what's going to happen next year. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. But I know, one thing I know for sure is that Monique Latise Scott is created to do what she's doing.
Man,
Come on
let's
now.
give it up.
Even to the point where I don't even, that one time I was like, God, you can take all this away. I'm good. Because now I'm feeling like a crackhead. Like, that's just this too much.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, come on. I need some bigger comedy. I need some, and and I'm like, God, take this away. So God had to distract me a little bit So I'm substituting teaching now. I work at a school now, and I love it. I could take off when I want.
Right.
I could go in when I want. Take a half a day, whole day.
You get summers off too.
Summers off, weekends off.
Yeah.
I'm home by 3:30. Let me tell you
Summers
something.
off is a cheat code.
Let me tell you something. This is the best thing that ever happened to me in this season in my life, because I don't even think like. So it's like you plant the seeds and you just trust God, and then you throw your hands up.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something else over here. So I'm with the kids. We laughing. They cracking on me. One of the kids asked me the other day, Miss Scott, why you so big? And I could have got offended, right? I could have been like, what? But I said, you know what? This is what I'm here for. I'm here for this.
Right.
So I was like, what else? What else you got? Yeah, I'm big. And I want to say, your mama big, daddy big, your whole family big. I seen when they come pick you up wobbling. Don't play with me. Your father be out of breath when he come here looking for you. So don't listen. You know, but I'm here for that.
These kids gonna get this work.
That's right. Don't ever think that you're at the max of your gift. There's always more. Because that's where we get stuck thinking that I did all I can do. I can't do nothing else. There's always higher.
Yeah.
I wake up every day and I'm like, God, take me higher. Take me higher.
That's right.
And you know, I don't know where the higher at.
Right.
But I want to go higher. Because if I think that I've reached my cap, I'm mistaken.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
I'm mistaken.
Especially around kids. Kids will put that energy in you like,
Yeah.
it's more out there.
It's for
Humble
real.
And it's
you,
more
they'll
to be
re-inspire
done.
you, they'll blow
Even my
your
grandson.
mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's more
you go.
love. It's
Yeah.
more like you can't ever think that you are at your max, bruh.
Yeah.
Never. And you're inspiring them too along the way.
Yes.
Mess around with the kids. Your students. Years from now, your student might come to you and you doing what you're doing at a high level. They're like,
You inspired
Ms. Mo, I'm ready.
And they
Well-
love me. They want to sit by me. Sometimes I be feeling bad because I work with another teacher, and sometimes I be feeling bad because all the kids want to sit by me. So I'm sitting here and it's like, can we sit by Miss Scott? And they all just sitting around. I be want to say, move, because I'm kind of a loner. Like I
Before one
want
of y'all
all
get me
y'all.
sick or something.
Right.
They be like in my face, like Miss Scott.
Right.
Look at my bracelet. I be like, I don't care. But you could tell if you have a good heart though, because kids want to be around you.
Yes.
And I love that. It's like God had to show
that's a
me,
gift. That
don't
really
make your heart harden because you're not where you want to be.
Right.
Because sometimes we could be so angry about not advancing or so angry about thinking that we're not where we want to be that we start bleeding on people that have nothing to do with that.
Right.
And that's why I say,
Yeah.
God, fix my heart. You know, whatever I go through is not your problem. It's not your problem. So when I'm around you, I want to bring joy and let God worry about what the end result gonna be.
Right.
That's my motto.
I love it.
Shout out to them.
And that effect that you have on the kids is something that is not only is it doing a healing process for you, but what it's doing for generations of kids who will always remember. We always think back about teachers who gave us a warm feeling.
Shout out to Miss McKnight.
So that's a beautiful thing.
School 20.
When you went on the Apollo, you know the history of how whether
It's a big deal.
it feels like baked into the history of the Apollo is people almost wanting to see the Sandman come out.
Oh, that's what they go
And
for.
but like that's one of the quintessential
Yes.
things, and you know that going in. What are you thinking before you? Because I've done the Apollo too, and I had to tell myself, no matter how good I do or not, there's a chance that people in the crowd could just turn on you to get that Sandman moment.
Yes.
So going in, what are you thinking when you're like, okay, I'm about to hit this stage? What's the thought process as you're doing the legendary Apollo?
So every year I challenge myself on something bigger than I can think of.
Yeah.
Every year I'm always looking for something that is going to bring me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Amateur night at the Apollo. You can't get no more uncomfortable than that.
Yeah.
I stood online for 12 hours. And, you know, I got to the show and I knew, like, and the comedians that, you know, were around me at the time, they was like, girl, why are you doing amateur night? You're already a comedian. You're already, you know, grinding. You don't need to, you're going to get booed. They're going to boo you. And I'm like, I want that. I wanted to see how much I wanted comedy.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you can want something because of it's popular, you know, so you can get around, you can take pictures and be like, oh, I'm with Kevin Hart. Oh, I'm with so-and-so. So do I want it because it's a facade or do I want it because it's inside of me?
Absolutely.
And I felt like by me challenging myself, that's going to determine how bad I want it.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
I said, all right, we get there the first night. I mean, and the one thing about me, I'm promoting everything I'm on.
Yeah.
So the whole city was there. Everybody was there. They had everybody was Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. Were you there?
As
I think
you
you were.
should.
Ma,
So,
you was there?
were you there?
The Apollo?
At the Apollo when I was here?
No.
Okay. So but everybody was there. And they all had their cameras up and they was live and I came in third place. Feeling good, right? Feeling
As you
amazing.
should.
Because that's unheard of for a comedian to even rank the top 3.
Fact.
And I got a check from the Apollo
Come
Theater.
on now.
They paid me.
Come on now.
I wasn't even expecting that. They cut me a check right then and there. I was like, oh. So I'm like, the next round, I got it in the bag. Because at this point, I'm doing it already. I'm getting standing O's. Like, I'm moving there. The comedians are booking me. So I'm like, this next round, I got it in the bag.
Right.
Yeah.
I get there, and I'm like, how y'all doing, Apollo? What's going on?
You comfortable now. You like, this my stage.
They said, and I saw it coming. They said, they booed me so bad. They booed me so bad
Wow.
that my whole family was there. My grandmother had just died. My mother had bought the whole front row. The whole front row. My mother bought. No. Yo, but imagine getting booed in front of your kids, your mom, your uncles.
Your whole support system.
Paterson had the Facebook Live on. I'm like, turn the cameras off. It was crazy. It was crazy. Nobody would turn their camera off. They kept it. They was just like, I'm like, so the people that was there for me was kind of getting into arguments with the people that wouldn't turn their phones off. It was crazy. The Sandman didn't even want to come on to get me off the stage. He was on the side of the stage looking at me like, they're booing you. Get off. It was crazy.
I'm not coming out there.
It was crazy.
Just go.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. The level of embarrassment, the level of hurt.
Wow.
But you know what? If I can be honest with you, when you say I'm gonna fall in love, when you say I'm gonna follow my dream, when you say I'm gonna start a business, when you say I'm gonna pursue something, you gotta be here for it. You gotta be all in.
That's right.
I don't want nothing if it ain't all in.
That's right.
That's with everything. So I wanted it all.
Yeah.
I stood it. I was standing there. I was like, I want it all. I felt. We gotta allow ourselves to feel. So many times we don't want to feel. I don't want to get my heart broken.
Right.
I don't want to be disappointed with this business that
sitting
might
on the
fail.
sidelines of life.
I don't want to be like all that. Like you gonna miss out.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta feel every hurt and pain,
Yeah.
so that when it's time to celebrate, when your moment comes, you ain't gotta feel guilty about celebrating. You ain't gotta wondering how you got here, if you earned it. You are like sometimes you gotta take that loss
Right.
to win.
Yeah.
Fantasia, that's my favorite song. Sometimes you gotta lose
That's
to
it.
win
That was
again.
like, that's my song.
That's my song.
Yes, that's my favorite song. And I felt every bit of the boo. All 500 people that booed me at the Apollo. If you're watching, I felt each of you.
I felt each of your
If you
boos.
watching, I know where you
Thank
live.
you for that. Because guess what? The best got booed at the Apollo.
Yes.
Lauren
Absolutely.
Hill,
Absolutely.
Luther Vandross, Lauren Hill, Luther Vandross, Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
You know, they all got booed at the Apollo, and so did Monique Latise.
Come on now.
And I never forget the following year. Shout out to Bob Sumner, who's the creator of Def Comedy Jam. He runs a comedy show at Apollo, and it's called I forgot what it's called, but it's a every couple of months he do a big comedy show there, and he called me a year later and booked me for the comedy show at the Apollo. Wow. And I was like, I wanted to say so bad, you know I got booed the last time I was there. But I says, at the end of the day, sometimes your story don't even matter. It's how you show up.
Yeah. That's it.
Hold on. Let that, say that one more time, because that's a powerful statement.
Sometimes the story don't even matter. Sometimes we be so quick to tell the story, but at the end of the day, it's your time.
It's how you show up.
It's how you show up.
Wow.
So
That's powerful.
He said, you want to do the Apollo? I said, yes, sir. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if he know about the last time.
Right.
But the last time don't matter.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time is now.
Yeah.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
did that. And then I think that was in 2019. And then 2020 is when I opened up the comedy club.
Right.
And then when I left my job in 2022 to do comedy full time, because my job, let me share that real quick. So I was on my job 27 years, and then the pandemic jeopardized my position.
Wow.
I worked at a job, and I held every position that the company that was possible. I was a head underwriter. I was a team leader. I was a this. I was a that. But my last position there was business development. I was responsible for growing the credit union.
Right.
And I had no computer, no nothing, because my job was to go out to companies and to share with you why you should bank at credit unions instead of, or in addition to banks.
Right.
Car loans, mortgages. I had knowledge of all of those things. So when the pandemic hit, my job was the only job for the company that was in jeopardy.
Wow.
So I would sit in my office. In the meantime, I'm opening my own business. So I'm thinking like, all right, I'm opening my business. That's going to be successful.
Right.
This job is kind of phasing out. And that still was painful because I didn't want it to. I had been there too long to really watch
It's
it
a good job.
fizzle out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But, they started looking at me like, we don't have nowhere to put you.
Right.
So I knew something was happening.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Once I closed the comedy club, I decided to leave my job so I could leave on a high note.
Yeah.
I've been there so long. I've been through a lot there. My divorce,
Sure.
my son going to prison. Like I shed some tears in that cubicle.
Yeah.
And I was ready to say goodbye. And goodbye is not easy.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Even on the job, I felt like I was leaving my husband. Like it was rough.
Yeah. You spend more. They say you spend more time with work people than you. Sometimes
It was rough.
Yeah, that's real.
So I left my job, and as soon as the week I left my job, I was flying out to Vegas to do a comedy show, and it was a competition. I came home, I didn't win the competition or anything, but I came home and everybody was tagging me in this video, and the company that held the festival, they posted a video of me doing this joke. And the joke ended up going viral. Over 40 million views within like hours.
Wow.
And I started reading the comments, and people were saying, when is your Netflix special? Where can we find you?
Right.
When you coming to Texas, when you coming to, and I got so sad. Why? Because I didn't know how to answer these people's questions. I had no manager.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to get to Netflix.
Right. Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm disappointing people. They put this video out.
Like,
It's
what do I do
cool.
with all of this?
Right.
Yeah.
And it was so, people were trying to book me for sure. Like it was, I was
So
like,
much love.
but I didn't know what to do with it.
Right. How to receive it. Yeah.
Not how to receive it,
How to
but
galvanize it? How to make that?
if somebody telling
turn
you
into
when you
something.
come into that was it.
Yeah.
When you come into Texas, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how.
I
want to
go.
There.
How do I get there?
Right. You tell me.
Right. Like
You
so
tell me how I'm coming.
it kind
to
of like
Texas
put
with
me in a sad space. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But the video did well. And 3 years later, even every time people post it, it still does well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's really it in a nutshell. Just
Do you feel like that moment was it an awakening for you in terms of like, okay, if I'm gonna do this thing, I need to start figuring out how to be more aware of me as a brand, me as an actual entity, so that you could advocate for yourself to have a situation, because nobody ever really know. I mean, as much as people say, if you're going to go viral, you got to know how to, you know what I'm saying? But you never really know when or if it's going to happen. And when it does, it's like, are you ever really ready to like just jump in a moment? Do you feel like you were able to be like, okay, let me start putting some things behind myself in place so that I can be ready for these things. Like, so that moment where that post that you had, the joke went viral, is that a moment that you feel like you started to understand, okay, let me make sure that if I have a moment like this again, I at least am putting some things in place so I understand I got to look at myself like a brand. I got to look at myself like an entity. There's so many people in this space now with social media are trying to go viral and don't know what to do with it. Do you feel like that was a moment for you that you started understanding, okay, I got to have some things ready for that moment?
I still didn't know what it meant. It was frustrating going viral. Because people want to see you. They want part 2. People was asking for part 2 of the joke. It was only one joke. And people was like, I want to hear the next part. I want to hear this part. Right. And I'm like, I didn't make another part. That's it. So it was kind of like, I was happy. I was very happy. But it was like, all right, business wise, I'm like, I don't have a plan B. And I still didn't know what it means to create the part 2.
Sure.
But what happened was someone called me and said to me, I think probably about a year after that video went viral, and called me. They said, start planning. Start get your team together. And I still didn't even know what that meant. Like, what do you mean team? I don't have a team. I'm a loner. I don't know what a team. No, they just said get your team together. And that's when I said, okay, I don't know what they mean by team, right off the bat. But I started looking at who's around me. I have my barber's part of my team. He prays for me. He cuts my hair. I could call him right now and say, hey, I need you. He'll come. So I said, all right, he's on my team.
That's team. That's
team, right?
That's team.
Then I have a lady who blessed me with some clothes. I like to dress. I'm a plus size and I like fashion. So I'm like, all right, anytime I call her and tell her I got a big event, she got the gear. So she's on my team.
That's a team.
I said, oh, she's a team.
That's team.
So now I got my stylist and my barber. I got a team.
Right, yeah.
So I'm still kind of putting the pieces to the puzzle together because I still kind of travel by myself. Like, honestly, I wish I had a videographer. I wish I had like a best friend that came with me, even here, to get footage with me, just hang out with me and just ride with me. And just because I do some dope stuff on this journey and I never get to capture it. I only can capture it with my phone. And that's kind of hard. I've gotten standing ovations and different things where I'm like, I wish I had somebody with me. But it's hard to get people to come with you to all your shows. And, a lot of times they don't drive. You got to pick them up and then, they got to be home because they got to feed the dog and this and that. And so it's hard to have someone with you that can do these things. So I'm still, and then when you're used to being by yourself, it's like, well, who can you really trust? That's a whole nother thing. So it's like I'm trying. Sometimes it takes years to get a team together.
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes you wake up and you be like, oh, you're actually my team.
Right.
You're my team. We're a team.
Yeah.
So
I tell creatives, sorry not to cut you off, I tell creatives all the time, 3/4 of your journey when you first get into the creative space is finding out, going through the people that you're not supposed to be around, and then finally finding the people that you actually are supposed to be in the journey with. So you saying it can take time.
It makes it harder when you alone. Like, I'm a natural loner.
Right.
I'm naturally always by myself. I'm an only child. So a lot of times we do business and we're not successful at business because we practice the same behavior outside of business.
As a loner,
And you can't. Even though my personality may be a loner, I'm doing myself a dissatisfaction by thinking that I can do business by myself. It don't work like that. And a lot of times that's what happens when you start business. Like, I started comedy. I was already like in my late 30s, early 40s and kind of already set in my ways. So now, all of these people that's gravitating to comedy, I'm at my older age. I'm like, I don't know why you here. So you have to have a level of trust. That's probably my hardest thing. Who to trust.
Right.
And maybe that's where your journey is for you right now in this season too, because I think that's what you need in order for you to propel to the next level. And you may be getting your team this year, and especially with people following you to get that BTS moment or to get those moments like that, because I could see that happening for you in this next phase, right? Because you need that other person that's gonna,
you do,
but in a way that's like in flow and it's not like forced, right? It's
yeah,
like,
that's
make sure you make sure you film this, right? Make sure you did it.
It's in tune. Yeah,
it's gonna be someone that's like even with us, right?
Yeah.
It's second nature. Like when something's happening and going on, it's second nature for me to be like, oh, Jay's doing something dope.
Let me grab
just record this. Let me
film
da. So I'm gonna put it out there for you that you get somebody, or maybe somebody you already have in your life. That's like, you know what, Mo? I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm pretty sure if I ask people that they would be open to do it, you know, I guess part of me kind of feels bad. Like it got to be somebody whoever's on the team got to love comedy.
For sure.
And got to be with all the smoke.
I was going to say love comedy, but also love you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They got to get what you're trying to do in those moments. Like, oh, Mo about to do something crazy, or Mo about to, or even moments of just like you being a person, getting that, and people seeing that, like, oh, I didn't know Mo was this kind of person.
Yeah. I definitely feel like that is like, okay, so for example, I did a show, some guys from Jersey. You know the show, you know the guy who says, what are those? No, does he say what are those?
Oh yeah,
we talk about the shoes,
right?
And,
So this guy booked me for a
sounds.
show, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like I saw those videos and I like him or whatever, but I didn't even know his name. Like I don't know anything really about him.
Yeah.
But another comedian booked me for this show, and it was a team, right? I have no idea who's on the show, what they're doing. They just told me that I was going to be headlining. They called me and they was like, listen, we're from Paterson as well. We've been following you. We want you to headline. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice. And they did the flyers and everything is good. And so when I was doing my little research, I said, oh, that's that guy. And I like all his followers and everything.
Big coat.
So when I got to the show, it was like all these young kids, these YNs and stuff. So I'm 52 years old. I mean, I know I look good.
Look,
you know what I mean?
You can say YN.
Okay, I ain't want to offend nobody. I'm 52. I know I look good, but I am 52 years young. Yes.
Beautiful.
So I'm like, all right, these are hip hop kids. These are hip hop. I don't even know what they are, but I'm you know. So we did a video after the show, and I thank God that I am so I can float with any crowd, and this is one thing I know. I can float. I don't care if it's a baby party, grown party. I tore them YNs up. You hear me? I tore them to pieces. And after the show, me and the guy did a video, and the video got like 70,000 views and such views. And I said, I'm so glad that I can be flexible.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times being stuck in your ways and thinking you above things, or thinking like these are not my people.
Not my people.
Yeah.
And you miss out on finding your people.
Right.
You know, so it was
fans.
right. And this year too, I think, is about collaborations.
Absolutely.
I used to be like, no, you know, comedy's a independent thing. It's just me and the mic. That's all I need. But nah,
you gotta collaborate with
you need a team.
Especially now, like I was seeing people getting on Kevin Hart about being on Kai Cenat's like streaming and getting with Drewski, and it's like, oh, Kev is trying to be relevant. Kev is trying to Kev is running out of being funny. He's trying to find a new way to And it's like, no, like this is where comedy is going.
Yeah, collaboration.
I'm gonna roll where comedy is going.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
gonna be around
collab.
these YNs, right? I'm gonna still be me,
Right.
but I'm gonna be in the YN world being me, right?
Yeah.
And then respect you more being you and not trying to be a YN.
Right.
And I feel like that's what that moment was. It's like, yo, Monique, we've seen you since we was kids. Now we're like the people in the community. We want to give you your flowers, and we want you to headline this show. Right?
Yeah, I was so honored, because you never know who's even watching you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm like, do you guys know about me? Like, I'm thinking I'm out here just grinding, and you're trying to figure out, waiting for that
they see
moment.
you working.
They
see you working. Like, oh, we got to get it because she working.
And sometimes when you waiting for that thing to happen, you waiting for that hit record, or you waiting for that big content creating and the big opportunity, you miss the blessings that surround you by focusing on that Grammy. Like, that's good to focus on that, but there's so many pieces that surround us that covers us as we go through the journey to get there.
Absolutely.
And I don't ever want to be so blinded by the end result that I miss out on what's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that about me. What I love most about me is, as far as comedy is concerned, is I'm so flexible.
Yeah.
You know, that is a gift.
Yeah.
To be flexible. So to answer your question, getting a team, you know, I'm still building the team, still trying to figure out, you know, I just started to realize what the team looked like. I always felt I was a brand.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, I always felt that way. When I step out, I don't care what type of show it is. I'm always gonna dress. Face always gonna be beat. Hair gonna be done.
Yes.
You know, and that's just something I just said because I'm not 21 in comedy. I'm a grown woman.
Right.
You know, and I don't want people. I just want to show up like it's that time.
Right.
You know, because you never know. Like I was at a show Valentine's Day, and then after the show, I got a call from another one of the content creators that I've been following, and now he's like almost like, you know, I call him uncle. I don't know if you ever saw the videos where there's an uncle and there's a nephew. The uncle kind of does something to the uncle, and then the uncle curses him out. You ever seen those videos?
I've probably seen it.
Yeah, like the nephew had on these big boots one time. That's when I first saw the video. He was like walking around with these big old Timberlands. And the uncle was like, "What the hell?
Yeah,
what the hell are those?" So anyway, you know, you just never know who's watching. So you know, now he's one of my friends. You know, we talk on the phone and we share. He lets me know more about that side, going viral and putting the skits together. So just to see how things are growing.
Yeah, because essentially, like, as a comedian, like, you're a writer.
Yeah.
You are a writer.
Yes.
So it's just like, okay, so now I got to come up with different characters now, maybe. Maybe I got to come up with different scenarios and stuff like that.
Yep, you have to. Some people don't. Some people just do stand up and they don't do any writing as far as like skits are concerned. But I love that part. I love acting. I love skit writings. I love plays. I have a very creative mind. So I want to be even on the producing side of it. I love production, you know. So
I was going to say, Mo, I can see you, I don't know if you've done this before, but I can see you doing like a comedy festival, like your own festival, right? Where you're like, and that might be a doorway in too. It's like, yo, there's a comedy festival going on.
Yeah,
you might be able to break in new comedians, right? And open that doorway for people.
Monique Latise and friends across the
there. Even when you was having your own spot, right? That was like another door where it's like, okay, I know how to do that, right? And that could probably open up the door for other things and other avenues. Even when you talk about being a producer, you know, helping other young comedians, coaching them through.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into mentoring because I felt like there was no mentor for me. You know, so I actually was thinking about even putting together an online class, teaching people how to kind of manage themselves, and you know, just things that I've learned along the way. Because I really had no one to call.
You got it out the mud. They call it with the not the YNs. We were saying getting it out the mud.
Yes.
You know, on your own.
But can we talk about my influences for a while?
For sure. Because that's where we're going to next.
Yes. So, you know, growing up in Paterson, there was a lot of influences that I had.
And Paterson is an interesting place. Coming from Paterson, we got a lot of hilarious, funny people, but also very, very influential.
But not even for me. I grew up in the musical era.
Sure.
So I grew up with you know, watching Chanel Red.
Oh yeah, shout out to Chanel Red. Big Joe.
We hear she's still around somewhere.
You know, just seeing her boss her way in the music game, and the Adivas.
Shout out to Adiva. You gotta get you on
King's Son. Hey, love, you're the girl that I adore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up watching this.
Yeah.
And what really changed my mind as far as entertainment, this is how I knew I wanted to be in entertainment. And I didn't know what aspect of it. Had no idea comedy. Had no idea comedy was circled the block for me. And I will be doing what I love. I was at Hitchcliff Stadium. I was 14 years old. I was there by myself. I was on punishment. I told my mother I was going to the store because I was always on punishment. I was not a good student. Students, get your education.
Get your education.
It helps with your confidence.
There you go.
Yes, because if you know that everything else fails, you can fall back on a job. So go to school, get your education. I struggled in school tremendously. And because of that, I suffered from low self-esteem because I didn't feel like I was good enough. So that was areas that I had to work on and I had to overcompensate because I felt like I didn't have it. So I encourage everyone, school is so important. So I told my mother I was going to the store, ended up running up to the Hitchcliff Stadium, and they was having a concert. Big Daddy Kane, Eric B. and Rakim, Bismarck. You remember that concert? And I was walking around the stadium, and I'm like, I want to get on stage. Because I used to dance back in the day. I was a rapper, and I used to dance.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't really do much with it because, you know, I was always on punishment. But I always was like making beats and dancing. That was just how I was.
Yeah.
And that day, I remember like I'm gonna be on stage. I'm gonna be a star.
Yeah.
So I was walking around like telling people like I'm a star. I'm gonna be on the stage, and people were like, you know, I wasn't well known in Pat. Nobody knew me.
Yeah.
But I just knew I was gonna be on stage. Right. So even now, like if you ever come to any of my shows, I'm going to sing. And I'm going to dance.
Yes.
And I may bust a rhyme. So to see how God spun the block.
Yeah.
Nobody knows when it's going to happen, how long it's going to take.
Right.
Just continue to follow your dream. And most of the time, your dream has been in you since you was a kid. It just looks different.
Very true.
Yeah.
So
It
Paterson
evolves.
did that for me.
It evolves over time. Yeah.
Shout out to just recognize
Paterson, New Jersey.
where you're
I
from.
don't care what
and
they
the
say about Paterson.
inspiration.
Good city.
People be like, oh, you from Paterson? Let me tell you something. Paterson, I would not want to be from anywhere. Jersey alone. Yeah. All the stars that are from Jersey and all the impact we make in entertainment, Jersey.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I feel like we don't big ourselves up enough.
We don't.
And I think that's the issue.
Don't.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
We leave. A lot of times people leave Jersey because we think, I don't know, we think that being from Jersey is like a bad thing. And to be honest with you, like people be like, oh, you know, you're going to move to Atlanta, you're going to move here. I love being in Jersey because you can get to the airport, you can get to New York. If you got to, you know, you can get any. And in this day and age, you can do, you know, they got online interview. Like anything can happen in Jersey.
I think it's the smell that.
I don't smell it. Maybe I'm just exempt from it.
He's from Denver, so it's just.
Oh, okay.
We
Denver,
actually
Colorado?
know what fresh air and fresh water.
He's.
I never knew that. Oh, okay.
He's an honorary
different.
Jerseyan. That's why.
Okay.
Jersey has served its purpose in my
They
life.
always
So I will
high
never
in Denver.
talk.
I did a
I
show
will
in
never
Denver.
talk
They
bad
high
about
a lot in
Jersey
Denver.
publicly.
They smoke a lot of weed in Denver.
It goes down in Denver.
That's why y'all can't smell nothing. Y'all be high.
Hey,
With the mountains.
we be smelling the good smells. So look, I mean, there's so many things that we could continue to go into, but we
Yeah.
want to get to one of our favorite segments before we get out of here with you. Formerly known as Either Or, now known as Stand on Business. All right.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a reflection of, this isn't to, don't think that you're like downing one thing because you're picking the other. It's just your preference, who you like, who you think,
stand
who
on
yeah,
business. Whichever one you like, whichever
you
one you
say
like.
what
But
your
you gotta
chest, stand
choose
on
one.
business.
You know?
Okay.
Look, she's a comedian. Right?
She know what time it is.
She knows that she got to stand on business.
She know what time it
Oh, I'm
is.
a stand on business.
She
That's
been
what
booted the Apollo. She ain't worried about nobody coming for her online. So I'm gonna ask you the first four.
Okay.
He's gonna ask you the last four. All right. So these are just your preferences.
Yes.
Kings of Comedy, the four that were in the original Kings of Comedy, or Kat, Kevin, Dave, and Mike Epps.
Kat,
Kevin, Dave, and Mike Epps.
Today,
Yeah.
Kings of Comedy.
Okay.
Woo. She ain't even waste no time.
Yeah,
She
today.
ain't
You talking
even-
about today?
Then
No,
she
Kings of
ain't
Comedy.
even have to think about it.
That's
She-
right.
she, give me Bernie, dadgummit.
Yeah,
Give me-
any day, hands down.
Give me Seti.
Yeah.
She ain't waste no time. I love it. That's what it's about. All right. This is for you. Let's just say that you were potentially had the ability to be cast in one of these two: sitcom or a comedy movie.
Right now, visually, I can see myself in a sitcom.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You'd like to see
Yeah.
your character kind of display more, develop, grow over some time.
Yeah, I just like the consistency of being able to be creative in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay. That's good. Tiffany Haddish or Wanda Sykes?
Wanda Sykes.
Ooh.
Come on, what are we talking about here?
Okay.
I don't know what you thought. It's Monique we're talking about.
Tiffany got stripes.
Yeah, but shout out to
She got
to Tiffany Haddish. That girl
Yeah,
trip
she-
is always
she
is
get
gonna
her
always
work
be the
in.
#1 movie out.
All right, you're called to be the host of one of these two: Netflix roast or White House Correspondents' Dinner. Those
So
are
I
both
can see
big
you rocking
opportunities, right?
I could definitely see myself, and I'm not a big roast fan.
Yeah.
I've gotten better.
Okay.
I've gotten better.
Because there's aspects of
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
Roasting somebody is a whole, it's a different.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you have to know how to roast people.
Yeah.
Because they will roast you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I had to choose
Both big
the
opportunities.
one,
You do them right.
I think I would choose the roast because I'm getting better.
I like
You
that.
might even come up with something in the moment. You like,
Right. Yeah.
wrong with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's go. Uh-huh.
Word. All right. Girls trip or set it off?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Didn't I just say girls trip too?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's not fair. That's not fair. Ooh. Okay. Wow, that's deep.
Yeah. Because there's layers in both.
Yeah,
and they have,
both were like,
Yeah.
I like movies that makes me that no matter when you watch it, you feel like there's
Yeah.
something about Set It Off that's always gonna feel. What's that word? Lethargic. What's that word?
Yeah.
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
Not lethargic.
Yeah, that's tired. That's being tired. Nostalgic.
Nostalgic, yeah.
So, Ceci, time after time. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to
Come
go
on.
with Set It
So,
Off.
I knew you was going to
I'm about to go with Set It Off.
I'm not gonna lie, I cried during both.
The part when she was in the bus and
Yeah.
cops
Yeah.
cops saw her.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
too much.
I cried during both. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
That was a good one.
that was a good one.
I think I already know the answer to this one, but the Dave Chappelle Show or In Living Color?
In living color, Wanda.
I knew it.
You ain't here for me. You ain't here for me. I ain't the one to gossip.
Right.
Yeah,
I knew you was
living
gonna go
color.
with
I wish we had a living color now.
We need one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because I want to
Producer.
see a because I started out doing improv. I would love to see an In Living Color
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
need more of that.
Got it. All right, Martin or Chris Rock?
Martin.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
Martin.
the answer to that one.
Martin.
All right, even
Don't
better.
sleep on Chris Rock now. Chris Rock is a titan. He is a titan.
Chris Rock is a great stand-up. He's like a comedian politician in comedy, but Martin is just like
Martin gonna get in that pocket. Martin gonna get in that pocket.
Yeah.
Martin he's just gonna get in the cut. I don't know about the new Martin, but if we talk about the back in the day Martin, he could.
No holds barred. He's
Chris
gonna
could
go
touch.
crazy.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
don't know.
this is
I
tough.
might go Chris.
This is tough. Saturday Night Live or Comic View?
Comic View. It's not tough.
Ooh, you talking about Eddie Murphy? You talking about some of the greats that came from Belushi? You talking about Chris Farley being on Saturday Night Live?
I think Saturday Night Live is a boys' club.
Okay.
It is.
And it
Okay.
looks too I don't
Okay.
Comic View I can see getting there. I like to watch shows
It's variety.
that's possible.
It's variety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comic
Okay.
View. Comic View
That's
has
great
always-
perspective.
That's what
That's great
what made
perspective.
Comic View what it was because it has so much variety of different comedians and things like that.
Yeah, and it made you feel like it was possible. SNL getting on SNL is like
I ain't never getting on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great perspective. I like that.
Way to stand on business.
Nah,
That's right.
you did good.
Thank you.
She stood
Give
on
it up
her
for
own.
Mo
She stood on business,
Latise.
man. Come on,
Stood on
now.
business.
Look, so hold on. Before you go, I got one more question. I would be remiss if we didn't ask this. Because we normally ask this, and people do really good with this. If you could create your own comedy movie, right? Who would be the producer and who would the 4 lead actor comedians be? Yeah, who would the lineup be? And what would be the name of the movie?
Gotta put your producer hat on.
I would definitely make Chanel Red part of it, the team.
Okay.
I just like the way she moves, and she means, you know, she handles business.
She's a visionary.
Yeah.
She's a visionary.
And
She could be the manager.
yeah, I just the way she moves, I just would want her on the team. That's a good question because there's so many.
Because you got Spike, you got
There's so
Ryan
many people that's
Coogler,
not
you got
even
Ava
out
DuVernay,
there.
You got
So you know who I will tell you this: the guy that taped Kanye West's "Through the Wire." His bio.
Yeah,
Cootie.
genius.
Cootie.
Yeah, Cootie.
Yep.
Brother.
That's who I follow.
Visionary.
Brother.
That's what his documentary skills.
Visionary.
Is perfect.
It's one of the best.
Okay.
Visionary.
That's the best. And I watch documentaries. That's the best documentary I have ever seen.
So you want this to be like kind of documentary style?
Me personally, yeah, because I feel like there's so many pieces to my puzzle from my son, like, you know, coming home from prison and being that whole aspect of it. And so I would want somebody, some maybe that chocolate guy from what's that? There's a Tyler Perry show. He's a nice looking child. I want him to play my son.
Yeah, a few chocolate.
Yeah.
Chanel knows all the chocolates.
No,
She loves all the Tyler Perry chocolates.
His show, they had remember it was a lady and her husband, and then they had a son. You know, I can't think of the name right now.
Okay.
I know his name, but I just can't think of it right now. But that's a good question because now I have to start thinking about who would I want to play what and who.
Yeah.
Right.
But I would want it to be. I can definitely see a sitcom based on my life, you know, me as a grandmother, you know, my grandkids, and there's so many pieces to the puzzle that I would love to see play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just having Cootie on board, that set it in the right direction.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. No, that
what
genius
would you name
documentary
it?
is inspiring. Yeah, what would it be called?
You know, it's so many things that I think about when I think about like what a sitcom or what a TV show would look like, you know. And one of the things that I've always led with, like throughout my career, is from tears to laughter. I don't know if I would name the sitcom that because that may be too deep, but it will be showing people how to get from tears to laughter.
No, that's perfect. I think that's
I love it.
I think
that's got to be the name.
That's a perfect name.
Yeah.
From Tears to
That's
Laughter.
got to be the name.
I just don't want it to be too like I don't want people to hear that and be like, oh, that's deep.
No, but just the name alone strikes that perfect balance of tension between going through real life things
From
and
tears
turning
to
that
laughter.
into.
Yep, that's
I
it.
love it.
That'll be
I
perfect.
love it.
Look, you heard it here first.
Man,
Yep.
it's getting done. Monique Latise,
Yes.
Tears to Laughter. Come on, man. We're going to make it happen. I understand we have a clip we're going to play a clip. We're going to play a clip. Yeah. All right. You guys are going to get to see it for yourself. She's funny. Trust us.
Yeah.
All right.
She's more than funny.
Thank you for coming and spending some
we
time with us
appreciate
on
you,
this
Mo.
couch.
Thank you for
And
having
now
me.
you got to get off the couch and go show us this clip so everybody gets to know who Monique Latise is.
Let's go.
I'm
Let's
your
go.
boy, Jmarv.
It's your boy, Sir Moore.
And never forget, it's never too late to get off the couch. You know, you said that sign of depression is that you stop cleaning. I think my roommates are depressed because they stopped cleaning a long time ago. We're out of here, everybody.
I gotta get out of here.
Peace. And when my kids were young, my ex-husband remarried. He remarried a beautiful woman. And I loved her. Because most of the time you hear women say, I don't want no other woman around my kids. I loved her. She was a beautiful woman. Every time I saw her, I told her how good she's looking, how much her skin is glowing. She gave me summers off and weekends off. I loved her. Then one day my ex-husband called me. He said, listen, me and Sharon getting a divorce. I said, no, the fuck we not. Took me 2 years to break this bitch, and I'm not getting to know somebody else. So I go pick up the kids one day. She always had a plate for me too, macaroni and cheese, cornbread with the corn in it, turkey wings with the gravy. So I go pick up the kids. She gonna come to the car talking about, girl, now you know when women start anything with, it's some drama to it, right? She come to the car talking about some, girl, now I know why you cheated on him. I turned into a damn slave. Hush your mouth! Master Gold Killers, you in here talking about cheating and shit? She's supposed to be pillow talking. She telling my goddamn business.